Hey guys, this is Paul Jane. Just going to go over land investing for passive income, specifically for beginners. So you could apply these numbers into different price ranges, different states, different counties, different cities. The principles kind of remain the same, right? Um, the predominant way that you want to get going with land investing is with owner financing. There's rental options, there's utility land, there's other things you can do, leasing hunting land, right? But predominantly for beginning land investors, it's almost going to be owner financing. So I just chose a state and a county here, as well as a price range that I think it's a little bit easier to do owner financing deals for beginners at this price point. And I stayed here for a while, right? So Arizona is one of the big states that I feel like are popular for new investors because of the lower price point. I am telling you, there is a little bit more competition being at this price point, but let me show you how this works. So I put here sorted by price per acre, low to high. So we're going to see some of the cheapest stuff. Sometimes on the bottom, you'll see MLS listings, but there's enough just people selling land at this price point that you know they're willing to basically go with this. So if you look over here, this is some of the cheapest stuff at 5 acres, 8,000. Um, there is like a 2.5 for 5,000. That seems to be the other really cheap lot. So I'm telling you right now, Eric probably picked this up for $1,000, $2,000 right over here. This one over here, Patrick probably picked this up between $2,000 to $3,000. It would be my guess, and he's looking to flip it for cash and double his money, or he's looking to do what you could be able to do is do an owner financing deal. So let me just run through this. Let's say this is the cash price, discounted cash price over here, 7,995 super summer sale, right? Only 7,995. He has an option for owner financing with a 12-month payoff. So he wants to have his cash pretty quickly. You can do that if you need the cash on hand quicker. Um, but let me show you what it looks like if you are willing to wait a little bit more and kind of build this up for passive income. So let's just say you picked it up for 2.3, you're willing to sell it for the 8,000, and for cash, make a couple thousand there, right? Or you're willing to owner finance it for, let's say, $10,000 over a 5 year period, 8%. If I calculate this is $202 per month, and after 5 years, 60 payments, you get 12,165. So even though you know it's 10,000, it's really like getting paid the 12,000, right? Over 5 years. Now, the way you want to work this out is to get your money back in the down payment as much as possible, and then use these monthly payments to kind of get your money back as quickly as possible. So this is how it works, right? If we bought this for, let's just say, $2,000, right? That's not crazy. That's 25 percent, right? Even if you go to the 3,000 or even 4,000 amount, let's just say you pick this up for 4,000 and you're straight up just gonna flip it for double or for owner financing. I just want to show you how it works. Let's go with the higher amount, $4,000, right? So the maximum you should pay for this property is 4,000. Well, if you say, hey, you could pay 8,000 right now, 7,995 right now, or I could take a $2,000 down payment. The owner financing price is going to be 10,000 or 9,995 dollars, right? Because you don't want to put the full amount. It seems like it's more, right? And so if that's the amount, this would be at 8,000 that he borrows from you, right? So if he puts 2,000 with you, 8,000 as the promissory note, well, roughly you're getting $162, right? So 162, you're also going to charge a maintenance fee. So I usually charge $10. There's other people that charge $20, $30, but let's just keep it with the 10. So let's say 172 times the 12 months, you're at 2,064. So what that means is you got 2,000 up front and you're getting $162 payments. you'll get all your money back within the 1 year period, and then for the next 4 years, you'll get the rest of your money. So that'd be about $7,700 ish, right? Would be the leftover amount after the 1 year. But by doing that, you are able to stack your money. And so, let's say you got um, a line of credit with a lower amount. You did some kind of balance transfer to pull your money out of that, and essentially you're running at 0% borrowed money. Let's say you don't really have all this money, and you picked up a couple lots like this, right? Let's say you picked up three of them, right? So you're in $6,000, right? So you pay two, four, six, right? Assuming you paid the lower amount and not the higher amount, 4,000, you are able to get your money back right in the down payment and have 5 years of payments, right? If you pay 2,000, if you got closer to the 4,000, you're looking at a 1 year return. You get $2,000 down, and then your 162 or $172 every month. You get it back in 1 year, and the next 4 years is just pure profit. And that's when you start snowballing like this. You get your three properties. You're in 6,000. You get your money back, reinvest it, and this starts picking up. Some of these deals you'll sell it for cash, right? So you'll pick up something for, let's say, because some properties you'll be able to pick up for 2,000, and the other property you'll pick up for 3,000, and other property you'll pick up for four. There'll be some people that want 6,000, and you're gonna pass on those deals, right? So like there's usually some people will accept your offer, or if you have a lot of deals, you might just be like, this is what it is. There's some people that you might be willing to negotiate with, and so there's going to be a range. Some people for 2,000, some people for 3,000, some people for 4,000. As long as you kind of stay within that range, and you pick up properties this way, you can kind of snowball. And some of these, if you just think about it, let's just say you picked up a property for $3,000 and you sold it for cash. That means you got $5,000, right? Profit. Well, if you reinvest that plus your initial investment, that's 5,000 profit plus your 3,000 return, and you reinvest it, you have 8,000. Well, you could pick up four different lots potentially, right? Let's just say it's closer to three. You pick up three more lots, and then maybe one of them sells for cash and two of them sell for owner financing. So then now you're at $350 per month, plus you have money in cash that you could reinvest. And you just keep doing that over and over and over again, just by staying within this price range, right? Somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000, right? You'll find that some lots you could pick up the 2.5 ish range, so between two and three, you might be able to pick up for 1,000, right? So if you think about it, this guy is probably going to do 5,000 cash. At least some people do owner financing for 5,000. Okay, so he doesn't really say, but this is for 5,000. That means you could. He's probably just going for cash then. Oh no, there's an owner financing option. You just need to ask him, right? But let me tell you, the owner financing is going to be a little bit more than the 5,000. Maybe you'll do owner financing for 8,000, right? So if at 25%, this is $1,000. So let's say he picked it up for 1,000 or $2,000. Well, you could sell it for cash for 5,000 if there's a buyer for that, right? If not, you get your $1,000 monthly payment. Down payment. You get your money back, and then the rest of it is just pure profit. So let's say it's 5,000 for cash, and then for the owner financing deal, it's seven. Let's just say 7,000 owner financing. So at 8%. So 5,000 for cash, 7,000 for owner financing. Let's say you get $1,000 down, right? So you got your money back right from the get go. So then you have $6,000 for your promissory note. What they're gonna owe you if you sold it for 7,000, they paid you 1,000. They still owe you 6,000 at 8%. That is $121. Let's tack in a maintenance fee of some sort. Let's say 131. Right, you are getting 131 for the next 5 years. Right, so owner financing kind of works a little bit better, I think, with cheaper lots. But if you stay kind of within this 5 to 10,000 range, I think you'll be pretty safe. You're buying property cheap enough that if you have to do a flash sale, right? If you pick this up for 2 3 thousand, and you had to get your money back, whatever, right? And you sold it for four, you will be the number one ranked listing in terms of price, on this platform, right? If you had a 5 acre. Same thing if you were going to be over here. Let's say you picked up for 1,000 and you couldn't, you know, you needed that money back. Well, if you sold it for three, you're going to be the cheapest lot out there, right? And I just kind of think, you could wait and bide your time and be a little bit higher price. That's okay if you want to do that. If you want faster sales, let's say you want some of that cash flow, you're willing to, getting your money back within a year's time is a really good return rate. But, I kind of say try to get, as big of a down payment as possible. But you'll see people that will be like zero down. Well, how do they do it? Right? They pick it up really inexpensively. They pick up the 2.5 acre for $1,000, and they're going to charge $100 per month until it's paid off. Well, then they got their money back in a year, and then for the next 5 6 7 years, they're getting $100 payments, and they just keep doing that over and over and over again, right? So that's how it works with these smaller lots. And basically you just kind of go, if you want to work with the 10,000 to 20,000 range, well, you just ask for a larger down payment, right? And your payments kind of change as you go. So like let's just go with the 5,000 to $10,000 range. Sorry, not that's what we did. Let's say we go with 10,000 to the 20,000 range. Right? Well, now we're working with a little bit bigger acreage, right? So let's say we got here the 10 acres is the cheapest one at 13.99, so 14,000. Let's say I'm telling you the most he paid for this is 7,000, but my guess is probably closer to five, 3 to 7,000, somewhere there. Let's say 5,000. Let's just say so. Matt Fonda picked it up for $5,000. Um, it says you can make payments of only 199, right? So there's the 13,999 cash price. He does not list out his payment system, so you have to call him for your owner financing. He doesn't list if there's a down payment or whatnot. My guess is he's gonna want a down payment of some sort and then work his way to 199. So if he's selling this for 14, let's say his owner financing price is 18. Let's say 18, and no, okay, so this is 364, right? So he's saying that he will promise a payment of 199, right? So you probably work this out a little bit beforehand, but let's just change, let's say 18, and if he gets 2,000 back right from the get-go, so this is 16. Let's say he's willing to go to 8 years. So he's going to go 10 years. Going to get that 199. Okay, so let's say that he does. He has his price here for 14.99. No, 13.99. $14,000 essentially for his cash price. He's willing to do monthly payments of 199. And hey, it's going to cost you $194 or right around that $200 mark, right? He probably adjusted these numbers and the years or his percentage to kind of get to where he wants to go. Maybe he's going to ask for a smaller uh, monthly amount. So 177. Let's see here, 7. Yeah, so let's just say he said 199. Okay, so 199, like there's a $13 maintenance fee of some sort, 7% over 10 years. Let's say he charges 18,000, he gets $2,000 down, and he's going to pay roughly 199, right? And that means over that 10 years, he's actually the total amount of money is 22,000. So even though this is 14 for cash right now, if he's willing to finance you for for 10 years, right, at the 199, well, that interest starts stacking up over time. You get 6,000 extra, and for the other person, they're able to get into this property pretty affordably. They're able to pick it up for 2,000 down at $200 per month, and they're gonna have what? How many acres is 10 acres of land, right? So he just weighs the two options. Do you want a $2,000 with 199, right, per month, for 10 years, or would you prefer paying just 14,000 cash right now and it's yours? Right. And Matt Fonda has it as one of the cheapest properties out there, right? So he priced it well. He has his pictures, right? You could go check out the property, call if you have any questions, right? Some of the information for zoning for RVs, right? And you just right here, if he's looking at a 5,000 purchase amount, and he got 2,000 down right from the get go, and he's getting $200 monthly payments. Well, that's about $2,500 in a year. He got all of his money essentially back within a year, and for the next 9 years, he's going to have $200 payments. So that's how that's how it works with owner financing. um, and the thing is, like with land, it's kind of like um, it's not like coaching or marketing expenses or this or that. Like once you spend it, you're just hoping for a return. It's like this is an asset. It's going to be with you. If this person ends up with owner financing, if they ever back out, you're going to go take back the property and sell it again for $2,000 down, right? If Matt was didn't have the cash flow problem as much, let's say he's been doing this for a while, he's got like good cash flow, you're just going to keep stacking on these, right? Well, if he picks it up for 5,000, and let's just run with the $200, so the 199, right? So let's say we'll say 195, right? 195 times 12 is 2,340, right? If we multiply that by 2, that's 4,680, right? So it's looking like two more payments here. So 2 years and 2 months. So 2 years into, if he did zero down, right? Um, he would get his money back in 2 years, and you'll get 8 years of payments if he did zero down, right? But I think even $1,000 down like makes a pretty big difference with your return rate in terms of how quickly you get your money back. I would recommend you try getting a down payment to get your money back, and just keep reinvesting it. So that's the mindset with the smaller lots and some of the bigger ones. There's been cases where I picked up two bigger lots, and I've asked for 20,000 down, and one lot sold for cash, and then the other lot, we were able to pick it up with, uh, pick up both properties. The cash sale basically paid for both properties, and then the other lot, I was getting $500 monthly amounts just indefinitely with a $20,000 like down payment, just because the cash sale from those two different lots, the the overall purchase price of them, the cash sale covered everything. And then when I sold my down, the other lot for owner financing, that down payment just, it was a good influx of cash, and then $500 monthly payments, for the next 6-7 years, right? And you could do that with some of the bigger lots. I'm just kind of showing you, at for beginners, where you could start and kind of work your way to staying there, or working your way to some of the bigger lots, and you'll find you'll have a preference for different ones. I just kind of think when you're working with cheaper lots, there's less things to worry about or maneuver. The bigger lots, there is a little bit more research, a little bit more due diligence, things like that. So, if you just kind of stack, like the way my wife and I were able to get out of our jobs is by stacking smaller lots, picking up properties for, $100, $200 and reselling it for 1,000, 2,000, getting monthly payments of $30, and just keep doing that and building upon it, because we didn't have a lot of cash in the beginning. But now we're at a place that we could work on bigger lots. I'm looking at doing things like subdividing land, right, and getting quotes on that for a 10 acre that I have. It's just there's different things you can do once you get into the land business world. But in the beginning, I would say, yeah, start somewhere in the cheaper end, get proof of concept, get your paperwork going, try it once, do it again. You'll find that you kind of exhaust a certain county at least for a certain point, and you're going to work at a different spot, right? And that's okay, right? You'll find that you kind of grow in the business as you are in it. And I'm still growing, I'm still learning, I'm still figuring things out. So um, that's kind of the land investing passive income world, and specifically with owner financing. We do have a course in the description below. It is how my wife and I were able to quit our jobs. There is a Facebook coaching group there, as well as JV partnerships if you want to sign up for that. And of course, there's more YouTube videos you can watch from other people. There's other people have courses too. Check that stuff out. I think land investing is a really great way to one of the most underrated ways to really build, you know like an asset portfolio of some sort, and generate different streams of income, specifically with land cash sales and with this more passive income owner financing deal. I will tell you, I love cash deals, but the thing that has helped us, be able to quit our jobs, be able to keep things afloat is the owner financing deals, right? Like, because you're not always going to get cash deals all the time, but these owner financing deals, you will be able to kind of stack these up. So that's it. Take care, subscribe, like the channel if you like this information. Have a good one.